Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and right now there is the topic of censorship, kids being spread in Japan, and localizers doing what they want, and of course, pa- mangakas finally catch on after all this year. But let's start with the most common offender of censorship. There is Visa. So Visa attacked another business. Hirohei and Chibi Reviews posted their own videos sharing this. So this one is from Yamada Taro. So let me translate it here. So on December 14th, yesterday, Amy, a matchmaking service for Otaku, announced an announcement regarding the suspension of Visa and MasterCard payments. So looks like Japan had enough when they heard that now they are messing with the bill rates. Potential matchmaking to make families and reproduce is put on hold because Visa say, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck Visa. I have to say, my opinion hasn't changed. They really need to arrest. They really need to dehumanize that fucking dogshit CEO of Visa operating in Japan and big lockdown for years and do horrible things to him because, well, he's dehumanizing the Japanese citizens by destroying their way of living only because he wants to commit to the BlackRock statement of their CEO. It's about forcing behaviors. Let's not forget that fucking tiny hats. Anyway, the car payment company contacted us on December 14 and said that the service will be suspended as early as Monday, December 16th, or latest by the Tuesday, December 21st. The suspension and provision of payments by credit card companies is a major problem not only because of its arbitrariness and lack of transparency, but also because it's sudden and unexpected. And it's illegal. He's doing illegal activities, international illegal activities. Man, when you sign, even depending on the country, for a payment processors, not only for Visa and MasterCard, or even intermediaries that rely on Visa and MasterCard or American excuse, you really need to sign a contract that pass through verifications to say, okay, your business is legit. Oh, hey, they allowing only Fool's account to keep being used with their own payment processors. They still as OnlyFans still accepting Visa and Mastercard. Keep pointing that out. And also, Visa is destroying businesses in the West too, especially in the US. They are even finally for once discussing in court that they really need to stop Visa and Mastercard once and for all. Either deregulate them or pass them as part of the government and the areas goes to use be an intermediary with no sense of way to dictate what they should operate because that should never be the case. Why is this fucking company with no leash on them saying dictating what I should buy, dictating how I should use my money? And well, in this post, it also touched that topic because Japan had enough. That I hope they finally fight back because Jesus Christ. At present, we are not aware of any future facts about this case beyond what has been announced, but we have serious doubt about the necessity, urgency, and social appropriateness on having to suspend payments for legitimate transactions 2 days after notification. For example, freezing bank accounts to combat the crime of money laundering is an urgent matter. And Visa doesn't care, they also receive their pay cuts. They they even use actual cheese pizza from other platforms on the West. They don't give a fuck. In fact, I think they are receiving their fair share of content, if you know what I mean. They're fucking disgusting. Well, anyway, let's continue on. So, how. Excuse me. I already choking myself here with anger. Hmm. But why should credit card payments be suddenly suspended for transactions that are not criminally criminal and can be continued with other means. Well, even I have to put out JCB from the equation because they are also caving in. In fact, I remember they mentioned it that they flat out decided to not operate with Melon books. I remember I covered that. Well, anyway, for example, freezing back and counts to combat the current. No, excuse me, I already read that. So, well, while credit card payments be suddenly suspended for transactions are not criminal and can be continued with other means. I already read that. Excuse me again. Credit card companies which have a strong negotiation positions with member stores have repeatedly taken actions like this, significantly worsening the business of companies that are conducted legit businesses and legitimate transactions, excuse me, and causing great harm to consumers. In this situation, I believe that we have no choice but to take legislative action. That's what I'm trying to come up with this video. So they are going to finally enforce laws to punish Visa. And in this case, I just hope they actually escalate this in an international issue. This is the US, managed by BlackRock, to dictate how a country should change and destroy their own culture to satisfy their needs of these fucking elites, motherfuckers, at the expenses that these companies they are going to go bankrupt. They are going to put a whole country in bankruptcy, so I bet they are just going to intentionally steal land with the real estate after everything goes in liquidation. I know the kind of play they're going to do here. It's like these fucking elites didn't did that in the past. Look at what happened in 2008. They owned a lot of land when people wow, faced one of the most economical crises of modern day. And it was manufactured. Let's not for ourselves. But anyway, continuing back with Visa and MasterCard. Well, in this case Visa. I hope MasterCard gets their same punishment too. Growing concerns were raised about the arbitrary of voluntary deletion on lawful content by internet service providers and others such as entities, which resulted in the enactment of the Information Distribution Platform Act. I want this Ken Akamatsu, the creator of Hina. There are also growing concerns about the arbitrary suspensions, suspension of lawful transactions by credit card companies and other entities. Unless credit card companies realize that they are the platform and infrastructure for payments and change their approach, I believe we will have no choice but to end up with enactment of new laws. Even I have to say again, escalate this into a political issue because it is political. This is the way how Visa is sabotaging Japan is a whole political motivated issue. They really want to enforce their own ideology, just like they did with the West. Even I have to say, some video games from AAA Japanese companies they are a lost cause because they decided to listen to Western snakes, and they don't have problems with that. But hey, the things are it's still touched to a certain degree like manga, or even not manga anymore, only because they hear the word otaku. That's the red flag. Finally, Japan is catching on. That they just want to destroy their own culture to push their own, and they wonder why there is this sentiment of hate towards a certain groups that really love to push everyone over the edge. But anyway, that's my whole piece of mind I want to share with you regarding Visa. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a pretty good day. Please take care.